We sent out a beautiful book, and that didn't seem to make an impact on them at all. We had very few bookings. Also, it wasn't that there had been Time or Newsweek or any of that stuff preceding this hadn't been screened and hadn't gotten the reviews.
On the eve of Star Wars release, 20th Century Fox, George Lucas, and the cast and crew braced themselves for the worst. One way or another, May 25th, 1977 would be a day they'd never forget.
Opening shot was one of the most important shots in the movie for the visual effects, because if the audience bought that shot, you had them.
The combined chest of everybody just kind of went, air was sucked out of the place. And then when the white stratosphere came overhead, I teared up. It was so powerful. I had seen that scene, but without music, without context, it's not the same thing.
We're doomed.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
There was this sort of weird electric kind of reaction. One had never seen anything like it.
I'm gonna make the jump to light speed.
I had never experienced special effects that were so real. I was dazzled.
I'm Luke Skywalker. I'm here to rescue you.
This is our rescue.
I loved it because I loved the story and I loved the characters.
Will somebody get this big walking carpet out of my way? Good luck.
I thought that it was revolutionary. This is a work of genius.
The Force will be with you, always.
We were in shock. I felt like we were blasted in the back of our seats. And I said, man, who worked on this?
I'm going in.
Use the Force, Luke.
I have you now. What?
The theater was jammed full of people right down to the front, and there was a lot of hollering and cheering going on.
You're all clear, kid. Now let's blow this thing and go home.
After it was over, everyone was like on cloud nine. Just kind of in shock. We had no clue what we were on.
It was wonderful.
I remember leaving the theater and having these kids ask us for our autograph. They said, no, you don't want our autograph. We're like model builders. No, we want you to sign this. So we were thinking, wow, this must mean something. People are asking for our autograph.
Everybody's standing up and applauding. Never seen this before in my life. I mean, and I'll never see it again. We released, I think, in 37 theaters initially and broke 36 house records.
I was completely shocked.
You got an amazing response. I used to drive by and look at the lines and think, what? I mean, it was the first sort of blockbuster.
George Lucas' Star Wars lifted us out of our sort of depression of the 70s and into an awareness and a focus on space and its possible future. This movie stood by itself.
Timing is everything in art. You bring out Star Wars too early and it's Buck Rogers. You bring it out too late and it doesn't fit our imagination. You bring it out just as the war in Vietnam is ending, when America feels uncertain of itself, when the old stories have died, and you bring it out of that time and suddenly it's a new game. Also, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to watch Star Wars.
People started seeing the world in the terms that Star Wars had laid down. People would say, "May the Force be with you." It was a kind of code almost. It proved that you were one of the people who had seen the film and you were connecting with other people who had seen the film. Star Wars became like a kind of handshake.